Hello, it's a little bit of a different video today because someone in Discord asked art advice, and I wanted to make a video and send them to it, but Discord has a limitation of how long the video has to be, so I have to send it somewhere some other way or like deliver it some other way. So this is my solution, just posting it on the YouTube. And yeah, I don't know. It's more specific advice, I guess, to a specific pose of a head pose, perspective on a head. But I hope it's helpful anyway. And if there's a need for a more basic advice, like for head shape in general, I'll be happy to do so if I get time to record the video. This is a little spontaneous video, so be patient with me. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed and I hope it's helpful, this little video. Yeah, so have fun watching it. As you can see, I start with a circle and then put on some kind of guiding lines into which direction it's showing. And another like circle that shows where the sides are. Then I make like, I don't know, this one line that helps me locate the ear somewhere. And from the ear, I start drawing the jaw line because when you look at yourself, your jaw starts and ends like at the ear. So you have kind of like a reference from where you start. And then you draw your lines towards uh, the like down and then towards each other, like the two lines that I drew there that helped kind of different construct the jaw. Then I do like the eye part with the help of the ears, kind of to just have some guidelines where the top of the eye is gonna be and where the bottom of the eye is gonna land on. And as you can see here, I'm drawing the eyes and just kind of locating them where I want them to be. And the eyebrows also kind of, I don't know, it's a lot of just practice, I guess, when it comes to where I would see an eyebrow making sense. The same goes with the nose, although it's like kind of a guiding line with where the circle kind of ends, that there is also going to be the end of your nose part. And the mouth is closer to the nose than it is to the end, to like your chin, the end of the chin. So that's just some kind of advice to where to put your mouth. The hairline, I also made like kind of visible here. You can see that there's still a patch of hair between the ear and the eyes. There's still like a little bit of it. And yeah, I also made like a rough sketch of how the body would line up with the neck being farther back than the where the jaw ends, because on yourself you can also see that your neck doesn't start where your jaw ends or ends where your jaw ends. It's more like in the middle of it on yourself. Um, and yeah, there you can kind of determine it. What I also would do, like you can already see it, I've done it, is flip the canvas because that helps you see if anything looks kind of off. And then you can just adjust the parts that look like they are different or don't look natural on the other side. I would advise you to do it like at the end of your sketch or at the end of where you think that you're already done with your sketch or where you can still where you can still modify it, because then you because it's not a good idea to constantly be flipping it around while sketching, because you can accustom yourself to how it looks flipped. So the effect of having a new perspective on it, literally, is no longer as strong as it would be if you only flip it once and then correct all of your errors. Yeah. So I, for example, do it once when I do the sketch and once when, like, when I'm done with the sketch and or when I find a piece that looks kind of off, but I can't put my finger on it, then I also flip it because I can't just see, ah, yeah, here is something wrong. And then I flip it and then I can find, ah, yes, this is what's wrong because it's flipped, it's more obvious. But yeah, I also put a little bit more of cheek. And yeah, from this sketch on, you can just do your line art, add your hair on the scalp, on your hairline that you drew previously, and add horns, add ears, add eyes, add whatever you want. But yeah, this is how I sketch out kind of the pose of the head, and then I go and finalize the drawing by doing the line art and afterwards the colors. I also wanted to add the sketch and all that I just did. For me personally, you can also see it like that. I don't know. I see this whole sketch and stuff like a guideline. Personally, I don't necessarily respect all of the lines that are in the sketch. If I, for example, don't like how if I don't like the eyes being as open as they are in my sketch, I won't go into the sketch if it doesn't bother me and close them or make them look more closed. I would just do the line art on top of the sketch, but that's just because I'm already used to drawing eyes and how to draw them like differently. But if you're not used to it, you can still go back to the sketch and try out how you would like the eyes to look in your new pose and your new idea of the face and your new facial expression that you want to give that character. So, see the sketch as your guideline for your line art. Don't see it as your rule. You don't have to go one to one with what you sketched. You can always go back and change your sketch when you realize when you're already doing the line art, oh, I wanted to add this and this. Then add it in a sketch. But if you don't want to go back in the sketch, it's also not a crime to do the line art in a different way than the sketch is. There's always the emphasis on its guiding lines. It's supposed to be a guide on how you want to pose, on how you want the composition, on how you want the overall feeling kind of to be. So don't feel forced to comply with all of your sketch lines. It's just a little tip. But yes, that's it for me on this pose and describing it a little bit more. Maybe I'll do a stream someday where I go and do specific requests as poses or stuff like that. But that's plans for the future. Anyway, I hope it was helpful what I was saying. And if there's, like I said in the beginning, if there's someone being like, hey, could you do some more basic head poses like front, uh, three-quarter, and side profile? I can do it someday, maybe, if I find the time for it. But yeah, I'd be open to try and record some stuff for it. Yeah, anyway, I hope it was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see each other in the next video. Bye!